Hi, this is Raj with the Council of Fiends. I'm showing off a Marincess deck from Jose.
Alright, hey guys, this is Jose from Council of Fiends. I'm playing 3 Blue Tang. What Blue Tang does is, when it's normal or special summon, I get to send a Marincess monster from my deck to a graveyard. And if it's used as a link material, it sends excavates the top 3 cards of my deck to add a Marincess card. This is the main starter of their deck. It's a 1-card combo majority of the time. 3 Spring Girl, the new additions to the deck. What it does is I can banish a Marincess from my graveyard, special summon it. It allows me to play through Nibiru after they just try to stop me from playing. If it's used as a link material for a water monster, I get to send the top cards of my deck to mill Marincess cards. If I mill a Marincess, you take 200, so majority of the time it could also come up clutch and time in the round. I caught a game off of that, doing that yesterday.
Would you say instant 3-off?
Oh, it's for sure instant 3-off. You always want to see it. You're like, oh, I see. It's like Seahorse, but Seahorse also helps out regarding that. Yeah, like any of these 3 is like your main 3-offs, because these at least start the combo off to a certain extent. Seahorse special summons itself to a zone of Marincess points too. During a turn it was banished, I could banish it from the graveyard, special summon a water monster from my hand to the zone of Marincess monster points too.
It's pretty good.
2 Pascalus.
Why not 3?
Why not 3? The reason why is it's kind of a brick, even though almost all Marincess are a 1-card starter. It's just that Pascalus by itself does nothing to help advance my game state, because it just special summons a Marincess from the hand. The other effect that it has is it could banish except the turn it was sent to the graveyard, I could banish it to add a Marincess trap or spell, which is pretty good actually. It helps me turbo into Toad if I need to. 2 Sleepy Maidens. This card is good. It special summons itself by targeting a Marincess card I control. And then meanwhile it's on the field, it makes the card cannot be destroyed by card effects. And then it has a graveyard effect to banish itself to equip a card to a Marincess card from the graveyard. So I might play it at 1 because it kind of conflicts with my 2 link 1s because of the level requirement. So I might cut it to 1, but I'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
1 Mandarin. The Mandarin is also a 1-card starter, surprisingly.
Comes up plenty of times, huh?
Comes up plenty of times, but it's a surprise because back then you would just normal summon this and you would just look at your opponent and just cry. But now this is a 1-card combo with the new Marincess spell card, and it's also in a perfect standard.
Which we'll get to in a second.
Yeah.
All right.
3 Ash Blossoms.
So we're going into the hand trap lineup. How many hand traps do you play in total?
I play like 16 or 17, including the Marincess Wave.
Okay, we're kind of on hand trap, yeah?
Yeah, I'm playing 45 cards deck, so I have to make sure I maximize as much as possible on hand traps. There's no real reason why I'm explaining 2 hand traps, but 3 Ash, mandatory since Despia is running around the format, and Therion with Punk. 3 Nibiru. Always gotta respect the Sword Soul and Punk decks. Nibiru is always a good go-to card in the format.
It's the best combo ender.
Yeah, best combo ender, especially. 2 DD Crow. It could be Droll, it could be
it's your flex spot then.
This is my flex spot since I'm playing 45.
Okay. So why not 3? Just cause?
Just cause I want to make it 45. There's no reason to change it.
Okay.
DD Crow counters Despia, sometimes counters Sword Soul, but it's also good cross-out target for when I play against when people want to crow my monsters with my graveyard. 3 Marincess Dive.
So it's the new card that just came out.
The new card that came out. It activates one of the following effects. After this card resolves, I can special summon from the extra deck, or special summon in general, water monsters. But most of the cards I play in my main deck is water, so there's no point. It has 2 effects. It targets 1 water, one non-link Marincess monster in my graveyard, special summon it. Or if the field spell is up on the board, I get to special summon from the deck. There's come up times where it has came in tandem where I just drew these 2 cards and no other Marincess card, and this gave me full combo from there. Because like again, any Marincess is 1-card full combo, especially Blue Tang. 3 Signet Mining, since this deck doesn't have a circle of its own. It's like Water Salad, but it might be better. Signet Mining helps get into the plays that you need.
And you just send whatever card.
Yeah, you can send whatever card you need. 3 talents. Not many people are playing talents, and talents is just coming up pretty clutch right now. Especially if they nib you or anything, you just cross out their card, and you just talents look at their hand or add draw to keep on going. 3 droplet. Mandatory card, especially since you're playing the Marincess field spell.
It's Jose's soul card right there.
Yeah, that's my soul card right now.
He always draws into it.
Yeah, especially with how many cards the cards in the main side, my extra deck draw me cards. Droplet with the Marincess field spell that equips the cards to you. It's broken because you just send one of the equips, which is core an enemy, and she just adds your Marincess from the graveyard. 2 crossouts.
Why not 3?
I don't want to play it at 3 because sometimes it conflicts with my hand. Even though, like again, it's a 1-card starter deck. I just don't know what to take out for the crossout. I probably might cut talents to 2 and probably play 3 crossouts, but both of them are still kind of needed. I draw a crossout when I need it. Like again, the deck could play through nib. It doesn't care much about it, but it's a good option to have. The 1 called by.
Can't go wrong with that.
Can't go wrong without this card, bro. Now, I see most people playing 1 or 2 of this, and I believe that's incorrect. You want to play 3 of it, so when you're going first or second, this is part of your opening hand. If this is part of your opening hand, you're obviously going to be able to go into your link climb no matter how.
Well, explain it to the people who don't know what it does.
So,
it's really broken.
So this card, if you control a Marincess Link monster, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, negate that face-up monster's effect. It's just like another imperm in your deck. Then if you control Link 2 or higher Marincess, all face-up monsters you couldn't control are unaffected by your opponent's card effects. So there's an example that this came clutch. I was able to I had a token collector on the board, and I impermed the Moyi. They tried to Vishuda bounce my token collector. I went Marincess Wave, target the Moyi, and made my token collector unaffected by their card effects. So if they want to summon any Sword Soul monsters, they have to actually synchro summon or get something over 2,000. And the other broken effect that it has, surprisingly, you get to activate this card from your hand if you have a Link 3 or higher Marincess, which is majority of the time.
Probably the most broken thing.
The most broken card.
And now it's searchable.
And it's searchable from the Link 3, but it's also, I want to hit this off of blue tank so I could get more cards into my hand. More interruptions mean I have more control of the game, which means I get to kill you the next turn. And then 3 Imperm. Cross out target, and it's another, like, I'm playing like 6 copies of Imperm in this deck practically.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Go ahead and show the extra deck.
Yeah, the extra deck is pretty standard, but with a few new cards. 2 Blue Slug. What Blue Slug does is it can target 1 Marincess in my graveyard, add it to my hand. Yeah. It's what helps me get my plays off as well, to add my cards from Blue Tang and etc. Obviously, I'm sorry for the mismatching rarity.
Oh yeah.
Sea Angels. If this card is special summon, you can add 1 Marincess spell. Which, if you have the field spell, you add the other spell. If you have the other spell, you have the field spell. But majority of the time, you're adding the field spell, unless if your combo, unless you open up mediocre, which is almost never happening, but it happens. 2 core an enemy. This targets 1 Marincess, 1 water monster with 1500 or less attack in the graveyard. Special summon it to its only points to. If it's sent to the graveyard, I can add 1 Marincess card from my graveyard to my hand. With Droplet, it's just god tier.
It's just dumb.
I just wave. There's a time where I wave somebody. I then Droplet and send this to the graveyard. Add back the wave. So I had 3 interruptions there. 1 Crystal Heart. You play this because it's used for link fodder. So when you go into when you go into any other links requiring this, and you have the field spell up, this allows your field spell to give that effect of making cards unaffected by your card effects, your opponent's card effects. 1 Splash Mage. Since this is a water deck, all the monsters are cybers for some reason. I thought they should have been like Aqua, but this allows you to link climb into your monsters. We're practically using 2 cards for free.
Yep.
The new Link monster card is god tier. You send 1 water monster from your hand to the graveyard, add 1 Marincess Trap, any Marincess Trap, and then the other.
You only play the good ones.
Yeah, you only play the good one. There's Poly Circulation that you could play, but this has another broken effect. If you control no monsters and your opponent controls monsters, you can banish this card from your graveyard. Special summon 2 water link monsters. Link rating equals exactly 3.
Broken
card. Marincess Robber Rock, you mainly use it for the adding from graveyard effect, but it could come up where you send Marincess monsters to the graveyard to do protect from battle and take no battle damage. Great Bubble Reef, one of the broken Link 4s that you play in the deck. Once per turn during your standby, during either player's standby, you can banish 1 water and draw a card. Each time a monster is banished face up, this card gains 600. There was a time where it's like 5,800 even without the field spell. So if the field spell was there, it would have been like 8,000. Yep. Or 7,000.
Yep.
It has another effect where it could banish, where you can send a water from your hand to the graveyard to add to special summon a Marincess from the banish, which is kind of good. This one you don't really play. I see most people not playing it, but it helps clear boards. Once per turn during each battle phase, before damage calculation, if this card battles a monster, you can special summon one of the quibs. This card cannot be destroyed by battle, and I take no battle damage. So which helps clear boards like again. But if this card is sent to the graveyard during your opponent's possession, you get to special summon 1 Marincess Link monster from Link ratings 3 or lower. And then the new Link monster, Argonaut. While this card is in your extra monster zone, you cannot, your opponent cannot declare an attack. So if there's times I had Toad and this on board, they have to attack over this in order to attack Toad. It has another effect where I could return water monsters to the hand and retarget one of your cards, so that's broken. But the new effect that it has, the new card, this card helps play through Despia and all these other cards because it negates their spell or a trap activated effect by special summoning Marincess. So that's giving you a negation plus extenders for the next turn, which is broken.
It works really well with Ocean.
For sure. Extremely well. Toad and Bahamut.
And self-explanatory.
God tier, no need to explain.
Yeah.
I might play the Stealth Kraken and probably take out the Link 4 that does battle.
Alright, and we're going to go in the side real quick.
But yeah, the side deck. 2 Token Collector. Have to respect Sword Soul. 3 Dark Ruler, no more. This deck, remember, this deck could play with 1 card combo. So at least if I'm able to play Dark Ruler, I'm able to break boards. For the back row hate, 1 Heart Piece and 2 Twins. I hate Ullage. Have to respect all those decks. Have to respect Mystic Mine. 3 evenly matched for any generic matchup. Against Sword Soul, this has come up many times. It helps clear boards, and I just build my board on main phase 2 to where you have to go in the control game now, where you're playing in my pace. Red Reboot, like again, respect Ullage, and then 3 Dimension Barrier, have to respect
one of the best
Despia.
cards, side deck cards.
Have to respect Despia and Sword Soul.
And any closing statements before we end this?
Any closing statements, bro?
Yeah.
Hey, I suggest you guys play Marincess because this deck is on the follow-up right now. It's coming up right now because not many people know what the deck does. But even when people know what the deck does, this deck has so many extenders. Like, I'm gonna show you guys the extenders right now.
Wait.
Extender. Can't play by itself, but it's an extender if you open up a Marincess. Starter. Kinda. Extenders. Like almost all these cards are extenders by themselves. So you're playing majority of your deck as starters and extenders. So you could play this deck perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Now, like again, the deck does have some times where it could break, but that's every deck. So as long as you're playing this deck, you should be fine topping any event.
Okay. Well, you should like make a combo video after this to show.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll probably make a combo video for you guys. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.